This was the gold trade. This was my second attempt through the week. I think I showed you my failed attempt in another market last week. Or I think it was like, actually, it might have been in gold. But anyway, just talk you through a little bit about this. This is, and really, this is an added treat. This is, if anything, this is, we'll be adding more and more to this, to the level 3 program. Trading with the DOM, for those people that have taken the education program, it was one of the last modules in the school program. So a lot of people kind of tuned out by then because it was just information overload heading into the final exam, especially with regard to options. But one of the final module that we do in the level 3 is trading with the DOM and trying to understand the concept of icebergs and how price works the exact opposite to the way that you think price is going to work. In that, like here earlier in the day, and Thomas, bless his heart, has set up his Sierra charts. You can't even get this information on TradingView, which drives me crazy. But nonetheless, as you can see here, this is the price action for the August gold contract. This is the order book, and these are what we call iceberg orders, these big honking orders here. And if you ever see a DOM that looks like this, what this market is telling you is somebody wants to do business up here, and they are going to slowly take the market up and do business. The market's job is to do business. So if somebody is advertising, hey, I want to do a lot of business up here, I mean, if nothing less, this is some broker who's going to want to get the commission on this trade, because that's going to be a pretty damn big trade. They want to get the commission, so they're going to somehow get this damn price up here so that they can actually get this trade off. And I thought it was fascinating. Through yesterday, I was thinking, oh, maybe a market top was going to come in. Like I said, I'd given myself permission to hunt a short setup off of this range from here. If I go reload zone and others, so I was hunting, I guess it must have been in here, a short trade against this reload zone. And you can see the market blasted through there and busted me out. And then later on in the day, and I sort of said, actually, no, the way that this went down here, I'll slow it down. So the way that this went down was I drew the fib off of that range. So, kind of like first and foremost, the trade that I would consider, of course, is reload zones. And I want to see coming into this reload zone up here, I want to see bearish divergence. So you can see this is just a 9-minute chart. You can see the little double top in the MACD. You can see Willie was stupidly overbought. You can see I drew my fib, so that was my target, the 50% rule. So I was perfectly fine with hunting any kind of short signal to get in here. First M on the other side of a trend line break. In fact, actually, I think, yeah, somewhere in here, I think I took this fractal signal right there. And boom, you're out, right? So it was a losing trade. It sucks. But like I said, I give myself permission to hunt 2 setups yesterday. So the first setup was hunting, and actually when I saw all this set up with the bear divs and everything, really stupid, actually we're at 88.6, basically against this old high. So actually I didn't really have a problem with that trade. It really wasn't that bad of an idea. But what I simply said was, and I thought it was interesting that as I was getting ready for drawing all my levels and stuff, you can see that there was a double bottom and it's really wide. But basically, think of it. The W is kind of weird looking W, but just think of sort of like down, up, down, breakout. So move through that level sets up foggy boggies. So you draw your foggy boggy and oh gee whiz, look where it lands, right above the old high. So when I saw that, I was kind of like, this is why I said I was going to give myself permission to do 2 attempts here. And as I pointed out there just a moment ago, the first attempt failed. Way to go, Brian. And so I guess that basically at around, I guess I had risked against this high here, so I got stopped out here. At this point here, I was like, okay, well, I'll still give myself permission. There is the horizontal support and resistance. There is the foggy boggies. And then this is the cool part about this. And really, I guess I was asking Thomas, and I didn't have this information. It just goes to show I got to get this set up here. If you're going to be a professional futures trader, you got to have all the tools. And it was so cool because I hadn't seen anybody else do this with the Sierra charts yet. And when Thomas showed me this the other day, I was like, okay, that's it. I got to get off my fucking ass and do this. I was going to actually go and get it set up on interactive brokers, and of course, Justin loves to make fun of me over that. But I think now, if anything, and the good part about it is that Chris has actually gone through the whole process of setting everything up, and he's so smart when it comes to technology that hopefully I've got an inside beat. So this is what I'm gonna think I have to ask you to help me with is getting this set up, because this information was just absolute gold. So right in here, you can see I even did like a screenshot of this, and I had put the trade on. I guess I had put the trade on the failure through here, or the inside bar failure here. And I saw this image, and as soon as Thomas showed me this, I was like, oh, I'm dead. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. And if you see this, take a screenshot of that. If you're like, okay, Brian, I want some sort of, material that is going to give me an edge in the market. Uh, that is as big of an edge as possible. If you ever see the DOM look like this, where basically there's nothing on the bid and there's these huge icebergs on the offer, market's telling you it wants to work up into that area. So as I said, I gave myself permission to take two setups here yesterday. And I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited. And then notice, when did they do the trade? They did the trade right there at 5:30 in the evening my time. Jerks. So basically this was starting the Asian session. And when I saw them do this, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe how cliche this was. So literally doink, run into that size, hit fog and bomb, run into this size. So both orders are filled. And actually, I even asked the boys, or at least I asked the room, but nobody was around. Could they show me this? Because my hunch is these big blocks got filled. Unfortunately, I don't have that screenshot to show you, but it would be excellent material. And I want to show you guys this more and more over time. Because, while we're waiting for things like the stock market to bottom and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to bottom, we got to be working on this stuff, right? Because you got to try and stay active in the market. But fascinating, you see these are the two DOM orders there, boom, boom. And look how they just ran it up in one candle, ding, 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 done, M'd out. And look what happened following that event. So what do you think? Should we maybe incorporate this into our conversation on a daily basis? Are there any icebergs up in fog and bomb levels against trend lines that maybe we should pay attention to for trade location? I mean, that's an excellent testament to that.